What's going on, you guys? Nick here, with another live. What's going on, you guys? How you doing today? Um, hey man. Usually I laugh for so many different reasons, but today is a specific reason. Like you guys read the description already. You would not believe what this world has come to. And okay, let me before I start, let me put this disclaimer out there. This is not hate towards this person. This is not jealousy towards this person. This is not, um, any kind of defamation or nothing like that. This is just a wow moment, and not like a good wow, but like a what does this world come to kind of wow. And okay, so let's get right to it. 20-year-old Kylie Jenner. Also, infamous or famous, however you want to look at it, as being one of the Kardashians. Kris Jenner, um, her father. That's funny to me. But anyways, so their family became famous because of their reality show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. This is in no way to suggest that uh, Miss Jenner has used her social media popularity for this particular purpose. So here's the story. Forbes released an article. It's funny. I was on the road yesterday and listening to a gospel radio station, and one of the top stories was Kylie Jenner. Got basically a Forbes magazine cover, which is a big deal for anybody. But at 20 years old, she is probably one of the youngest people to end up with her own Forbes cover. But here's the thing, that's not why people are up in arms. People are up in arms because after the article was released, um, they took exception to the headline, which read, Kylie Jenner on her way on that. Let me not say reads because I'm not reading the exact cover, but it basically says Kylie Jenner is on her way to becoming, or she's become one of the youngest, billionaires, or self-made billionaires in history, like ever. Now, whether you love Kylie Jenner or you don't love Kylie Jenner or love the Kardashians or hate the Kardashians, it doesn't make a difference. As you guys read from the title and read from the description, yes. So, because certain individuals took exception to the self-made part of the article or the headline or whatever, um, they, shortly after that, because of all the backlash and the people taking exception to it, some guy decided, or some guy, not just some guy, but a couple people got together and decided to create Kylie Jenner a GoFundMe account. Now, most of you, if you don't know what GoFundMe is, it's usually, a tool that people use to raise money for good causes and things like that. And when people have, I've seen it used for so many different things, but mostly in my experience I've seen it used to raise money for real dire situations. Somebody really needs help, that kind of thing. You start a GoFundMe account to get public support, to raise money for whatever it is, the cause that you decide to choose. Okay, guys, usually you guys know whenever I go live, it's usually for something a little bit more uh, conscious and serious than this. And under any other circumstances, I wouldn't do a live like this. But honestly, what worries me is what this represents. So the reason why Forbes, in the one hand, had to clear up the actuality of the claim is because Kylie Jenner, as of this live, is worth about $900 million. I'm saying it again. Kylie Jenner, as of this live, is worth a little over $900 million. So when she did the Forbes interview, she did the Forbes cover, people took exception, saying, one, she ain't there yet, and two, she's not self-made. Now, I'm not here to debate the obvious that she's not a billionaire yet, because she's still at 900 million, a little over that. My debate is not even the fact that she is self-made, like in a lot of the other responses to it. I mean, there is something to be said that she's been given opportunities and things like that. But what I will say to the self-made comment is that, you know, there are certain doors that are open to her and that have been open to her because of not only who her parents are, but because of who her sister is, or because of the show, whatever it is. Nobody can deny that Kylie Jenner has been given opportunities based on that fact. Based on that fact that there are doors open to her that would not be open to her if it wasn't for the connections that she has. Nothing wrong with connections, but you can't then call yourself self-made. I'm not here to debate that. That's not what I'm here to debate. My contention with this is that these individuals have started a GoFundMe account to raise Kylie Jenner $100 million. $100 million. For what purpose? Just to get her over the hump to get to $1 billion. So she can truly be the youngest billionaire in history. Now, okay, really? That's what we doing now? Really? That's what I take exception to. I take exception to the American public basically handing Kylie Jenner cash to get her over the hump to get to $1 billion. Hello, she has 900 of them things, $900 million. She don't need no help. She don't need no GoFundMe account. Kylie Jenner is good. Yes, she has taken opportunity and turned it into a cash cow by starting her makeup line and all that kind of stuff. And I respect that. I respect the hustle. I believe in the fact that people of a younger generation, especially millennials, taking initiative and starting something, owning their own income. Trust me, I give her much props for that. However, what I don't give people props for is handing an already uber wealthy individual 20 or otherwise. She's 20 years old. How many 20-year-olds out there that are worth $900 million? And even the fact that she got the Forbes cover is a huge deal. How many 20-year-olds have done that? It's very rare air to be in. But for you to say, oh, listen, that's celebrity fandom at its most decadent. Why? Because she doesn't need it. She doesn't need it. Just the people, you have to realize, just like before, where a certain president, we won't mention his name, but looks like a piece of an orange. We won't mention that name, but he did a Forbes cover many years ago, and they did a story on him based on them trying to figure out how much he's actually worth. And he actually, at the time, and it's been proven that at the time of that Forbes interview, what's going on, Daryl? At the time of that Forbes interview, the assets that he claimed that was his It wasn't his. They were his father's assets. So, you know, America's least favorite president also benefited from a Forbes article. So what I'm telling you guys is that even without the $100 million seeking GoFundMe account, Kylie Jenner would still be one of the youngest billionaires ever, because it won't take her a long time to amass $100 million based on pumpkin. That's funny. I'm sorry. That's hilarious. Oh, pumpkin of the United States. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Anyways, but yeah, God, like seriously, without the $100 million in the GoFundMe account, Kylie Jenner would still cross the $1 billion mark. Whether it took her 6 months or whether it took her a year or whatever it is. Several people got on the internet talking about, okay, she's not self-made and she is self-made or whatever it is because she took opportunity. Yeah, she took opportunities that were available to her because of who her connections are. You tell me somebody in what? Okay, so if she is so self-made, and that's me delving back into that. If she is so self-made, if you want to take that argument, then tell me why other people aren't breaking in and breaking out in the and breaking off running in the makeup industry like she is. You have to admit her connections and the type of connections that she has plays a role. Okay, my father works for a very well-known company, a very well-known shipping company in Miami, Florida. So my father having tenure in the company, over 15 years worth of tenure in the company, and me actually getting a job in the company, nobody would be shocked. Nobody would be shocked. Why? Because my dad is an awesome worker. He's a hardworking guy, and he's a great asset to the company. So wouldn't you stand to reason that if he mentioned to the hiring managers that his son that is coming into the company would be a great asset, the son who just submitted an application, it would be a great asset? It would be ridiculous for you to assume otherwise. So yes, she did take advantage of the connections, and I'm saying advantage as in a bad way, but she leveraged her connections that I mentioned earlier in this video that to get where she is. There's no doubt. If you doubt that, then you just don't know. It's just idiotic to do that, right? But at the end of the day, my thing, as I said before, my thing with this video is that why do you need to give this girl $100 million? You're not, and it's not to say you go, if you want to get her to $1 million, go buy the makeup. Go buy the makeup. At least get something. Get something tangible for your money. Don't just hand her America. Please don't just hand this woman over $100 million just because you want to see her get over. Yeah, that's fine that you want to see somebody succeed, but there are hungry children in the US. There's all these late night commercials, 50 cents a day, 60 cents a day, just for a cup of coffee. You could feed these Eastern countries, third world children that are hungry and destitute and need your help for only 10, 15, 20 cents a day. You're about to give $100 million to somebody that don't need it. Give it to the children. Give it to the less fortunate. Give it to people. Give it to the victims, the hurricane victims in Puerto Rico that still don't have power today. That even the pumpkin of the United States won't even bat two eyes at. Why? Because it's thousands of miles offshore. Okay, y'all got boats, right? I'm pretty sure y'all got boats. Y'all got freighters and stuff like that. That ain't no excuse. I was watching a story a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago now, where they were saying there's a shortage of truck drivers. The food is sitting in San Juan, Puerto Rico, but they don't have enough drivers to get the food to the people. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, people. We are living in the United States of America, and Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. You're going to tell me with all these CDL programs that they advertise in every 5 seconds on TV, y'all can't take 15, 20 of them people and go over to Puerto Rico and help them out? Take the $100 million y'all about to give Kylie Jenner and go do some real good. Go do some real good. Go help some people who need it. America, please. I beg you, even in the midst of the state of America today, where it's just crazy when a reality TV star can legitimately slip and fall into the White House. You know what I'm saying? And I know that is what it is, and whatever. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But at the same time, don't do this. Don't do this. This is not a good use of your resources, a good use of your hard-earned money, right? This is not a good use of your hard-earned money. And again, this is not hate towards Kylie Jenner and anything she has done. At 20 years old, she's worth $900 million. That is a huge accomplishment that I would stand on any day to congratulate her. Face to face, I would stand and congratulate her. Sorry, guys, it's a bit dark in here. All of a sudden, got real dark outside. It's about to rain. Hold on one second. Yeah, because it's getting kind of dark. But honestly, like, it's just ridiculous. The next thing is you're gonna be telling me that y'all want to raise, $10 million to help Donald Trump pay some taxes. I mean, it's just amazing to me that people will and listen. I reserve the right to have my own opinion because I'm guaranteed by the Constitution to have free speech. But if you want to respond negatively or however, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, guys, we have so many other good uses for $100 million. If you want to help out the national debt, you know what I'm saying? You can't get people to invest money to help themselves. To help themselves, even okay. Over my career in business, over my career in trying to help people make money, I can't even get people to understand how important it is to invest in themselves. So you won't invest in yourself making money, but you'll put $5, $10, $20, $100 or whatever it is that you would have spent at the club anyways to basically get Kylie Jenner $100 million. Really? This is not a good use of our time. It's not a good use of our resources. So like I said, guys, it's not usually the type of lie that I would make, but I just needed to make that commentary because, it may be unnecessary to you, but I just don't know. I just really don't know about the state of the world today, because if that's what gets you the money, not guaranteed you, right? At the time of me doing this live, and that's the last thing I saw about it, they raised like $400 something. But the fact that you raise any kind of money and people took it seriously to say, okay, let me actually put my money towards this is ridiculous. Is ridiculous. She is insanely wealthy at 20 years old. Even if she took 10% of her fortune and sought somebody that knew how to manage money and stuff like that, they're in the financial world, she would never have to work again. Her kids would never have to work again. Her grandkids probably wouldn't have to work again. just off of the $900 million. But let me ask you this in closing. How much money has she sent you? To those of you who thinking about donating to this thing, those of you who you guys are fans of hers. I'm not saying don't be a fan, but if you guys support her, you guys support her that much that you want to put your money towards that 100 million. Let me ask you this: how much money has she sent you to take care of your life and your bills? I mean, I'm waiting. Let's see. So, guys, I just thought I'd put my 2 cents. I know some people might look at this and be like, Nick, why are you doing this piece? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's just a reflection of how sad things have gotten. Why you would watch somebody that's insanely wealthy and choose to give them $100 million versus putting the money back into the country to help needy families, to help families that are going without food, families who are homeless. Do you know how much good $100 million could do to help America's the American people that are struggling, that are below the poverty line? Are you serious? And this is what you do, right? So if you want to do that, more power to you. But it just shows how sad the state of America is today, in my opinion. And it is just my opinion. So you don't have to take it for anything if you don't want to. But I challenge you to think about it, at least. Think about that before you give this woman $100 million just so she could get over the hump. There's a better way. There's a better way, guys. So, anyways, that's my 2 cents. I hope you found some kind of value in it, or at least became aware of something you weren't aware of before. Leave a like in the comment. Tell me how you feel about this in the comments. Express yourself. Let me know how you feel. Do you agree with the American people raising $100 million to give Kylie Jenner just so she can she can get over the $1 billion mark? Let me know in the comments. As usual, like and share the video and continue to support the content. I'm sorry. And yeah, hit that notification button so you don't miss another video. All right. So I'll check you in the next one. All right. Until next time, guys, live life. Love God. See you when I see you. Peace.